Although it may not look the prettiest, this is my garden that I started in my backyard back in the winter of 2017. I started it with my Italian cousin Claudio, who came all the way from Siena, Italy. The first thing we began to do is to explore the backyard for any objects that we could use for the garden. This tree trunk, for example, it was just hiding behind my oven with no use. So we decided to get creative and roll it all the way to the garden bed.
Yeah, con esos we rolled this big tree.
As you can see, we pretty much just used everything that we could find around the house, such as old kitchen countertops.
Your mom's bottle, a lot of nice. And this is 4 days of work. It was a garden, just the garden of everyone in California, I think. And we just started to dip in the ground, taking some roots. So there was plastic in the grass, so we just cut it off. We just started
digging and ripping out all the grass that we could find in the area. At the very bottom of the bed, we made sure to put a metal fence to prevent any animals from getting through. After this, we pretty much just started filling up the bed with anything that was biodegradable. We threw in things like cardboard, leaves, wood, old plants, even old food like used eggshells. Since the weather was humid and rainy, we decided to mix that with 2 bags of garden soil, but that wasn't enough. So we decided to visit one of the dirtiest guys in town. His backyard was just filled with different types of dirt, sand, manure, so we knew we were getting the best product for our garden. After struggling for a couple of hours, we finally put all the dirt into the back of the truck. Man, I don't ever think I was so excited to see dirt, but here it was.
Wow. We got 4 buckets and a huge truck. I don't know how much this is, but I'm trying to give you a guess.
I don't know about you guys, but I didn't think it'd be so hard to load up the back of the truck with dirt. It was so heavy, the tire was even giving out.
Oh, dude. No, bro.
But nonetheless, we drove back home, made it home safely, and started to add all the dirt back on top to the garden bed. We kept doing this step over and over until finally it started all coming along. After all the hard work was done, all we had to do was just sit back and wait for spring to come so we could plant seeds and begin the harvest. I remember sending my cousin Claudio this video a couple months after we had finished the garden. I was pretty much just showing him what the end result looked like. Here you can see the tomatoes that were growing. I had some of the onions. I had some herbs and spices growing at the bottom. I believe this was parsley. We had some baby carrots. And what I want to really show you guys is the zucchini. I had planted about 7 seeds way too close to each other and underestimated the quick growth of these plants. But it was beautiful to see something so green and something so sustainable in my backyard that all I had to do was just plant a seed and take care of it every now and then. So I mean, there it is. That was my first garden bed I had ever made in my backyard. Oh, and even with California's Prop 64 passed, I got a little excited and planted something for my mom. After this, I went on a 4-month vacation to Europe, and when I came back, I decided to take things up a notch. Unfortunately, when I came back home, the garden was a complete mess. The plants were out of hand, the dirt was getting dry, and no one had really taken care of it, so I had to start from ground zero. But I looked at it as an opportunity to go ahead and add a second garden bed in my backyard. Shout out to my brother for all the help. We managed to get the bed up and going in a matter of a couple weeks. As you can see, instead of using old kitchen cabinets, we decided to use a more sustainable way with rocks and old mud. We even used an old door screen that we had to separate all the rocks from the dirt to create a really fine and nutrient-rich soil. This soil was so organic, rich, and refined that when you ran your fingers through it, it felt like sand from the beach. For me, it was all about the experience and the journey, the glory of gardening, the feeling of hands in the dirt, your head in the sun, and your heart with nature. I guess what they say is true. Life begins the day you start a garden. Yo, what's going on, friends and family of social media? Thank you so much for watching my video. It means a lot to me. If you got any value from that, go ahead and leave a thumbs up or comment anything down below so I know I'm doing the right thing. I just wanted to make this video to show you guys that anybody could start a garden in their backyard. It literally takes nothing but hard work and a shovel, and you learn a lot in the process. It's really fun to do. It's a good way to get your family together, and it's a good way to learn about the environment, foods that you're putting in the body, and how to be more sustainable. If there's one thing I can give you guys for advice, it's to stop throwing food away in the trash. If it's anything biodegradable, like a banana peel, avocado skin, anything like that, go ahead and store it in a little bin next to your sink or next to the trash can. That way you could use those food scraps to feed your garden and feed the soil, give it more nutrients and that stuff. So that's one thing you guys could do. There's tons of other ways and help and information on YouTube that you could get. But that's kind of my story on how I started my garden, and I really hope you guys, take some action in your house and, bring this up. Talk to your family, see if you guys want to do the same. But that's pretty much it for me. I'm going to go get back to working on some more videos, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace.